Hey, I resemble that remark about being on time. I'm basically on time. It takes a few minutes to get all the streams going and everything running, and I think everything is running. So, how's it going, everybody? Hope you're having a good post-update 51. We got a lot to talk about this week, and I think next week we're going to have a visit from one Severland. So, good time to do some Q&A next week as well. By next Wednesday, as a matter of fact, I think on next Wednesday we're going to be doing a patch, a fairly substantive patch. Not too surprising given the scope of Update 51. We do have some bugs that we're working on, and I'll have a few of those today that I can talk a little bit about. But Update 51 is out. The new Epic Destinies are now available, and people are working through them, and I'm going to be working through them with you. I am on Argoness, and I've got a character here that I'll debut in just a little bit. We're going to work on that character for a little while, because we need to keep doing a server rotation, and so, you know, we'll start fresh here on Argonesson, and I can show you a little bit about what's going up with Sighton Toastburner in just a little bit. But welcome everybody to the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Hope you're doing all right. How are you doing? All right. Yeah, alright. So, we, a lot of good feedback on Epic Destinies. Someone's liking the Shadow Dancer. I know I saw a negative thread on the forums about some work that they would like us to do on Shadow Dancer as well. So, I imagine that we'll be, working on that in the near future as well. But, so what should I actually start the show off with? I guess I could just mention that we do have the release notes available. They're pretty extensive, and they're available on DDO.com. If you've not read through the Update 51 release notes, they really do go into the trees, and there's a lot of info there, so go check that out if you would like to. I would thank everyone for last Saturday we did an Extra Life Game Day live stream, and we have so far raised more than $24,000 for Extra Life this year through Team Standing Stone Games, and that's going to the Boston Children's Hospital. So thank you for making last Saturday's Extra Life Game Day live stream a success. And I do want to thank all the streamers and moderators as well who put in some work last Saturday to make that happen. So thank you, everyone, for doing that. Gills over on YouTube says, thanks for the new patch and revamp of Epic Destinies. It's really great. There are some bugs and polish to be had, but having a great time with Fate Singer as a melee and low epics, and I appreciate you saying that as well. That is the idea, and yep, Sighton Toastburner is the name of the character on Argonesson. It's a very old character, but like many of the old characters, very, very gear poor at the moment, and we're going to work in the next couple of weeks to maybe shore that up a little bit publicly, and have some fun with that. So, I think that's what we'll be doing in-game in just a little bit, but like I said, I do actually have a few things I think I can talk about while I'm streaming. I'm just kind of looking up some info while I can. I'm also going to call up the bonus for the weekend if I can. Yeah, so it's been cool. I've over on Thelanis, I pretty much have my characters all set, although I actually made a mistake, and so I need to do a quick lesser reincarnation again on my level 30 Gamogul. I got rid of my war domain, because I was like, well, if I'm already getting the base attack bonus from Epic Destinies, maybe I should get rid of that. But then I didn't even think about the fact that I'm currently not using a favored weapon for Divine Crusader. In fact, I'm actually using a Kopesh. And the reason for that is that my war domain was giving me both Tower Shield and Kopesh proficiency. And so that was working out better for me. But then I got rid of my war domain, so now I need to LR to swap back into that. So that's what I'm doing currently at the moment. But then I've also got a character I'm getting ready to true reincarnate. And I know the timing, it may be a little while before I actually update that character on the heroic levels, but I'm going to do it anyway. I want to mess around with Horizon Walker, I think, and so that'll be another regular past life. I'm working on that one. And then on Argonesson here, I did get a character started, really, for the live stream here today. Yeah, I just tried to swap it out for another domain just to see what it would be like, since I was doing a respec anyway. Because I knew I was getting base attack bonus from... There was something in Divine Crusader, I think it was. But then I wasn't thinking about how it would impact the proficiencies of the rest of the build, and so I'm just going to swap it back in. It'll be fine. So... Yep. Someone managed to get much reduced threat on their melee threat multiplier. Alright. Someone liking Colors of the Queen. Alright, so let me actually pop in game here. Well, actually, no, let me see if I can do this. Sorry, I don't have a boost or a bonus set for this weekend yet. I'll have to talk to the team about that. Before I go in game, though, I want to put this in the side window. I'm going to go through some of this while I get ready. But first, let me get the screen off. So you can see what's going on in-game here. Alright, I've got my character. This is Seitan Toastburner. At one point, in about 2012, he was created as an artificer. But using a plus 20 heart of wood, he is now a fighter. And is level 30. And is, you know, in pretty mediocre condition. But has a few things. In particular, right now, the weapon I'm using is a Morning Lord Bastard Sword. I'm using shield and sword. And it's okay. For armor, I've got the Null Skill armor currently. That's mostly for the sheltering and fortification. Magical Null, you know, Null Magic Guard, I mean, is not too bad either. This is how old the character is. I've got for my eye slot a Supreme Tyrant green steel goggles with a Trap the Soul Guard. I'm still keeping it on, though, for, like, say, I think it's the Greater Elemental Energy and a few other things. I don't have anything better for it. At the moment, this is a useless slot. My head slot can get replaced. My neck slot is just currently using it for the accuracy, because why not? I do have a trinket for Insightful Strength 3, and then the Prowess Planar bonus 2, attack and damage. I do have a Legendary Mantle of Fury. That's where I'm getting my 13 con for at the moment, and hey, double strike and dodge and such doesn't hurt, plus the plus 3 mythic on that, so that's okay. For built, this is just my strength right now. I can actually get a 13 strength item here. That's just on because of the natural armor bonus, and the deadly doesn't hurt either. This can be replaced, but right now it's giving me 40 hit points. And then for the boots, I've got speed 15, the epic boots of the innocent, and the greater heroism doesn't hurt, and the resistance doesn't hurt. And then I do have a quiver of alacrity as well in this character, but that's really all I'm sitting on this character, which is not much. So I've got plenty of room to do some work there, which is what we'll be doing here in the future. In terms of what I actually am in the enhancement trees, it's Stalwart, Defender, and Vanguard. I'm messing around with that on this class, mostly just for fun. But Stalwart Defender is pretty cool, so that's pretty neat. And then over on the Epic Destiny side here, I have gone into Legendary Dreadnought. Got all the way up to Legendary Rally. And what have you. But then I also have dipped into Fury of the Wild enough to get me all the way through to Die Harderest. And that doesn't suck. So we're going to kind of check that out here a little bit today, I think, on the live stream, and that's kind of what we're going to do. Otherwise, I'm going to go over some of the patch notes. I think that'll be in place for next week's patch. Now, I can't show this publicly because it's in an internal wiki at the moment. But I can, talk a little bit about it, mostly to give you a sense of what we know and what we're working to fix, and then, that'll answer a lot of stuff. Yeah, I have a Quiver of Alacrity. I think it was from one of the giveaways there. Is it the 10th anniversary one? The 10th anniversary one, I guess. So, I have not heard of a plan about Feywild guest passes being added to the store. I will have to bring that up. Will there be a big sale for Thanksgiving? Yes, we will have a Black Friday sale. And our December deals will be back as well. What about another special Champions weekend where we bring back Hardcore League champions to the live worlds? That would be fun. Maybe we should? I don't know. I hadn't heard of any plans to do that. That's kind of a neat idea. I can't say what the sales are going to be for Thanksgiving. It'll be for the Black Friday weekend. It'll be, it's typical good discounts. But I can't break that news today. Sorry. Yeah. Why do I have 5 gargantuan bags? I don't know. Because I on all my servers over the years, it's a mix of free ones and I've purchased ones. So I've got a small, a huge, a tiny, and a large. And I just sort of keep them there because I don't know. Because I do. All my characters are like this. I've just learned to live with it. It's not worth the hassle of trying to get rid of my bags. I don't know. I don't know is the answer. That's just kind of how I am. So, yeah. Yeah. I don't know why I'm like that. I just am. But that's what I got going on here. Oh, and I should probably get a mount. I have this cool mount ready to go. How rad is this guy, huh? The Nightmare mount. I'm gonna go in on Legendary Hard Solo here, because I don't want to get too distracted, because especially I'm going to be looking at release notes here. And I don't want to get into a place where I die. I'm also going to bring a little bit of backup here. Did I not nab a cleric? I didn't nab a cleric. Alright, let me do that real quick. I'm just gonna get one from the store. That would be a Garrett. Garrett's the best. There we go. Where'd it go? Alright. Chief Visigoth, I am aware that that we could use, like, the new Arcane Tempest. We should get a scroll there somewhere, is what we should do.
Tell the deputy to send the expected signal to the smugglers. This should make their ship easy to board, as they will expect a boat of their comrades to approach them. The fools won't know what.
Let's see. Do I have the...
Deputy
How's the
stopped
volume
rowing
quick?
to ask
Okay.
her.
Volume should be
Port
okay.
or starboard, Captain.
All right. Let's give this a shot. See how we do. Oops. Action hero. I forgot about the action hero. Yep.
The boat is here.
Where am I stuck? How do I get out of it?
Steps of more crew descending into the hold.
Another target down. On to the next.
You hear the rushed footsteps of more crew descending into the hold. You hear someone call out from beyond the wall.
Hello?
You hear the rushed footsteps of more crew descending into the hold. The dead wizard splits into several copies of himself. None of them look happy. Dead wizard consciousness no longer a threat.
All right. That went okay. I could have sworn, wasn't there at one point a crest up here? Did I grab them all? I believe the answer or the question was about guest passes in particular for Feywild. I am not actually aware of their current status. I apologize. I'm just not personally up on what we do or do not have going on there. So I will have to look into it afterwards. Entangled. Shaw.
More smugglers appear on this deck to repel the intruders.
Yep, just playing solo at the moment here. Go, crest of the axe.
Not all that glitters is gold.
Yes, I know. Are the missions and the raids being... the missions. You asking me a Lotro question? But no, I would say the raid is not going to be for a little bit yet. Probably January.
The ship is yours.
Easy, I just work here. Alright.
Lost interest in the battle.
The mission is going well.
I agree. Oh, okay. Yes. So, good point. Yes, let me get back to the patch for next week. Here, sorry, I was actually trying to play the quest, and there we go. But I do have some notes that I can bring up and talk about a little bit. Now, I can't guarantee that all of this stuff is going to be in the patch. It's basically a list of things we're currently working on. If we can get it into the patch, that's the intention. We'll see kind of what we end up doing there. But that would be to bring back most, if not all, of the upcoming quest, the closed quests that had to be closed with update 51. It's possible a raid may not get fixed in time, but we'll see where we are there. But we will have an update to that list, and most everything should be back open then. That's the intention anyway, as much as we can do. And I think we can do most, if not all of it. So that's the other thing, and then the other bit is find out what are they smuggling. Where do I need to find that now? Where did I miss that? We also have, you know, some bug fixes related to. I can't do anything about that secret door. Oh, right. Here we go.
We do what we
This
must to
is a
complete
live
the mission. No regrets.
This isn't
No
about
looking
going
back.
All right, Ring of the Kraken. Not so much useful for this particular fighter, unfortunately, but at the very least I can crunch it down for sentient jewelry. Or sentient XP. Same with probably this legendary dockworker's outfit, which is not a terrible outfit either. Actually fairly similar to an item I've got already. But that's fine. Got a little salt meadow hay out of the deal as well. So there we are. We also have on the attach, you know, the Carnival, I see, Sentinels of Stormreach. Black Lock, actually, one issue where, kind of a long-standing one, is, that's going to get a little attention here, is an optional area with the failed experiments. The failed experiment prison doors will now properly attach and open in their proper order. That's just kind of one of those long-standing things that while they were in there, they were able to fix up. Some Fate Singer stuff here. Let's see. Fate Singer's upgrade to Spell Singer Reverberate will no longer break its ability to stack. We're fixing that bug. Also, a Pluck of the String will now properly say that it scales with ranged power. Some Fate Singer abilities will have their proper level prerequisites. The Discord spell will have its maximum range of 60, and Mastering the Strings will now properly increase DCs. Primal Avatar's Thrive ability will now work correctly. Angelic Charge will now require charges, sorry. But, Cut the Strings Dance, little fix there. Tsunami, no longer secretly a breath weapon. Holy Aura will now apply properly to casters. Natural Shielding will no longer kill undead pets. Primal Avatar ally spells will now so it fixed a little issue with the hit detection on that one for Avatar ally spells. Feats that claim to modify poison, negative, positive, spell crit damage will now do so correctly. Weird will be a fear-based spell and benefit from fear DC boosts, no longer automatically prepared for artificers. I'm not quite sure what's up with that. Cores 2 and 3 of Draconic Incarnation will now not get their proper UI icon stuff in the buff bar. Shadow Dancer's Core 3 will now properly boost Alchemist Evasion feat and some things like that. Fixing some icons and such for Exalted Angel. Its Core 2 and Magus Core 2 will now properly give its 10% spell point pool bonus, so that's kind of a nice one. Exalted Angel's Core 2, Magus Core 2 will no longer erroneously give out a 10% reduction to the cost of all spells. Damage and healing effects of Exalted Angel's Epic Moment Ascendance will now scale properly with spell power. We're fixing an issue in Inferno of the Damned, where torches were not responding to the proper fire spells. They now will. That will also fix, I believe, an issue with Spinner of Shadows. That's a related issue that I think people are aware of, where you need to use the regular torches now. Some of the spells are not properly proccing like they should in terms of working in Spinner of Shadows. Exalted Angel Leap of Faith will now properly recharge. Dreadnought's Action Boost Tactics will now list its correct values in its tooltip. Sharati Champion Prison Mantle now describes the amount of damage it can proc from spells, 3d 100 plus 100. Some icon work in Sharati. Some formatting work with Sharati. Good Luck will now give its listed Fortitude and Will saving throw bonus.
Not all that glitters is gold.
There's a secret door, but not much I can do about that, so, you know. Unyielding Sentinel will now grant its mind control protection correctly. Like I say, not all of this is maybe going to make it into patch, so, you know, but this is all the kind of stuff that we're actively working on. And there's more too. But what we're largely doing is preparing a pretty substantive bug fix patch for next Wednesday. Not today, but a week from today. And it's going to reopen most of the quests that were closed, and then also address a whole bunch of bug fix related things. So I'm going through some possibilities, I guess you could call them, that we're currently working on. So, and the final notes will be ready for next week.
Corpses occupy the remaining seats around the broken table, surrounded by desiccated food.
Sorry, suits of armor. I can smash you, therefore I must.
The kitchen is dirty and damp. Stairs up on little food trucks. The heavy
I'll take that remnant. Got 28 of these bills of opening. Might as well use them. Oh, there's my
find the
silver key.
inside the crate. You can hear a faint aria emanating from behind this door. In the center of this room lies a single torn mattress. The fiddle moves seemingly on its own, playing a lilting tune.
Gold key.
Find a gold key beneath the rug in front of this window. This was once a fine guest restroom.
For Magus of the Eclipse here, we have got some icon work
Able to make out half of a numerical
and SLAs will now list their max caster level in their tooltip. That's a nice one. Moonlance and Gloomsphere will have their intended max caster level of 20. It was 18, so that's going up a little bit. Cold Light, Dark Light will now have tooltips clear about what does and does not work with them. Alright.
Enjoy the moment, but don't let this distract you from the mission.
What was once a fine master bedroom now stands dirty and decayed. A small wooden trunk stands at the foot of the bed, its lid closed. The ghostly figure in the corner of the room turns toward you. Get away! Get away! Get away! It yells before morphing into a monstrous figure that lunges towards you.
Yes, so we also do have a fix-in for the Spinner of Shadows issue, I see. So we should be good there.
As you ascend the stairs, you hear an angry voice. Who is in my house? It howls. Get out!
Oh, just use another. Correct minimum level is being done for
Let the truth from the floor form a noxious circle.
the Wade Through abilities and Fury of the Wild. And let's see. Casting the Divine Wrath spell will no longer attempt to remove endless ardor stacks. That's, I think, Exalted Angel, I think. Yeah, and then Holy Command will function like Greater Command in terms of valid targets that it affects. So, okay. Well, I mean, that's kind of the main things that I guess we have on our release notes radar. So, where did that kitchen go? Music room, wine cellar, door, kitchen. Okay.
The door swings open, revealing a room significantly more damp and decayed than others in the house. The smell of spoiled
Not all
wine
that glitters
clogs your
is gold.
nose with its acrid odor. You nearly trip on your blood from the hungry body in the center of the stage.
No? Oh, purple. Is there a lever? Or no, is there a lever? Yeah, here we go.
Beyond this door lies a room so unlike anything else you have seen in the house that you pause for a moment. This room is furnished with plain but sturdy furniture. Sheets on the bed appear freshly cleaned.
All right, let's see. Let me pop on over to chat for a little bit here. As the hireling tells me to focus. I will, I promise. All right, so will black tentacles on Warlock be fixed? So it causes players to have slow on players. No, it is not supposed to have slow on players. Sorry. That will be fixed, I believe. In this next patch as well, or at least pretty close to it.
When you open this door, you're surprised to find
Yes, right now you have to use the shards you get from the flame in Spinner of Shadows as, you know, the quest formally is intended, but that's fine that you use other methods. They're just currently broken right now. And that will fix both that and an issue in Inferno of the Damned, where like fire spells are not properly proccing the torches in Inferno of the Damned. Here Sun Flasks work. But that should be fixed for next week.
you. With one last gasp, the assassin crumples into a silent heap on the musty wood flooring. Lanterns and supportive structures line this room.
Yep. Alright. I'm not using my rogue hireling. It's alright. I'm not out right now. So we did do some work related to game performance in Update 51, and we have further work that we are planning to do here in the near future. We've been working on, well, a whole bunch of different areas of investigation, and we think we have some more progress that we can make.
More smugglers stack their goods alongside the other merchandise.
And hopefully we'll have more information about that. It's not going to be in next week's patch. I think it's going to be beyond that. But it should be in the relatively near future, and that should be pretty good. So, oh yeah, I have an old shard of Zoriat here. So for fun, let's just summon a Taken.
Could have heeded our warnings and left this house while you have the chance.
Ooh, pretty harsh. Yay!
Complete the mission. No regrets.
He asks
No
in a
looking
clean
back.
voice. Before he can run away, you strike him one last time.
Alright. I could probably get some use out of that Sapphire of Good Luck +3.
Presumably headed to the
And
ship.
probably
where the rest
Unbreakable,
of their
maybe, too.
operation waits. The gang will get their due in good time. For now, you content yourself with plundering the smuggler's wares. That should make up for the treasure you have been promised.
Sorry, I don't have the weekend bonus at the moment. We'll have to talk about it. We don't have one currently penciled in, but we will certainly have something. Any thoughts about what you'd like it to be? We kind of just recently did a couple of XP boosts, so I think we probably can't do another XP boost because we've had those for like 2 weekends now. They were real nice. I appreciated them. It's part of the reason I'm about ready to TR on Mock Duck on Thelanis. But I think we just did that. So we'll need to see what else we can offer for bonuses and put something together to kick off late morning Eastern time tomorrow. The hardcore champions. But see, not everybody likes those back. I think we had some folks who were like, yeah, okay, but maybe it makes things more difficult. I don't know. I'm not here to judge. So on the, someone is criticizing our method of distributing the +5 Hearts of Wood. I appreciate the feedback, and I'm sorry that we weren't clear enough. Anyone who, I have to look at the patch notes myself to see what the exact wording we used was, but we distributed the +5 Hearts of Wood pretty generously. So for the most part, I haven't heard of a lot of people who don't have... who really needed the +5 that didn't have one laying around. Yeah, all characters level 20 and higher got a bound to character +5 lesser Heart of Wood. So pretty much anyone who needed to was able to get one. I know, some heroic players maybe did not, but we've also been pretty generous at distributing them in the past. I don't know that in actuality we had too many people who weren't able to get done what they wanted to get done. If I'm incorrect there, then, I apologize. Let's just do that. A Champion Weekend or Mysterious Remnants Weekend might be a good call. That sounds like something we could totally do. I have to admit, I've been having quite a bit of fun messing around with the characters on their epic destinies and getting them in shape. I'm actually pretty happy with Gamolga Blind Cleric at the moment. I've got a little bit more work to do, honestly. But I'm getting there, and I'm doing pretty good, so...
Rumor has it that some of the local smugglers
Kind of enjoying the new Epic Destiny update and what it's meaning. For my characters, anyway. Why were the quests closed again? It's because we had to do some fundamental adjustment to monster statting with Epic Destinies, and in some cases it largely broke the dungeon. It would manifest in, say, monsters not appearing, generators not really going off, that kind of thing. And so some manual work had to be done on each of these quests and raids to get them fully functional again in a way that we could guarantee that they would be able to be run successfully on the live game worlds. And so in order to facilitate that, you know, we did have people that had to go in and do some work manually, and that work is largely being done at the moment. If it's not already done, which it is in some cases. And so, that's the why, is because some work had to be done. And much of that work will be ready for next week's patch. But like I said, there might be a few places where it's not quite done yet. I had heard potentially, maybe one of the raids might not be ready, and I don't know which one yet. But we'll see. We'll see. The goal is to get all of it done, and we'll see where we end up. But the vast majority of everything should be back for a week from now.
The prisoner tells you that his captors interrogated him about a strange script he couldn't read. He says that the other captive was taken down through the basement and into a cavern.
Not all that glitters is gold.
Yes. You keep telling me that. I'll take it anyway. Let me pop on over to YouTube chat quick. Any update on the next hardcore season? There's been discussions about it.
A door creaks open down on the main floor.
About both when and what it's going to be like. But I am not really in a position to announce that today, so I think I'm just going to not.
Permeates this part of the building. Stairs lead down to the basement.
But that's coming up pretty soon. Yes. Any chance we might get Kalishtars or Changelings soon? No. On either of those that I'm aware of. Although I wouldn't be surprised if someday, if we didn't have one or both of them. But, there is a new race that is, you know, in the early planning stages. And, we'll just have to have more information about kind of what's next when we get ready to discuss that. I will say that basically more immediately we do have both the Festival winter event that'll be kicking off in December. We do have our Black Friday sales and such. That'll be pretty pretty big deal as well. We are also working on a couple of patches, including a free quest in December. And then in January, I believe, is the current target date. That will be a new quest pack and raid. And I believe that that's the current situation as we sit here today in terms of our future planning. And any more detail than that, I'm just not really in a position to give at the moment. But perhaps we'll hear more about some of these things in the future now that Update 51 is out the door and we're starting to turn our attention to what's next. And we do have a next, and quite a bit of it, as a matter of fact. So up to and including Isle of Dread, which is going to be kind of awesome as well. So a lot of cool things to discuss here in the relatively near future. I already did thank everyone for Extra Life. I will say I'm continuing to take donations through November 21st. On the 22nd is the day I'm going to be going in and doing the giveaways. And in terms of when I'm going to get everyone their stuff, it'll be in the coming weeks. As soon as time permits, I'm going to turn my attention to it and get that done. And then it takes a few weeks to get all that work done, so. But the goal is to get it really done by the end of November. I think that's a pretty decent goal that should ensure I get it done by sometime in December. But, you know, yeah, so.
The halfling tells you that members of the Brotherhood interrogated her in a nearby building. She fears that they're trying to summon a great evil.
That sounds bad. Alright. The new Epic Destiny page on the wiki needs some updates. Yeah, probably. Uh-oh, okay. Let me see here. So, I am one short, and that would be a green one. No. Probably not, let me check. Well, there's at least an optional here.
Enjoy the moment, but don't let this distract you from the mission.
No, must be over in the other section here. Someone would like to see a troll race. That might be cool. Any chance of taking the House C challenges up to level 35? That would be a bit of development work that I have not heard of any plans to do, but potentially. Oh, I bet it's just over here somewhere. Good, good. Yep, there we are. Sweet.
A series of gears click in the distance, and a loud thunk reverberates through the cavern.
I can't say when Otto's box is coming out, but I will say it's coming out sooner rather than later, and we've got a lot of sales to announce in the coming weeks. So hopefully you'll be pretty happy when we are ready to announce that. Any winter games this year? Yes, I believe in January, probably January, could be February, but I think January. We're going to be having the Snow Peaks Festival return, and I believe that includes the return of the, well, no, Snow Peaks. That'll be happening. I think that's January. But Festival, you know, will be the coins and cookies, and that's returning in December here.
As you enter the building,
We'll have more information about a level cap increase as we head into 2022. I think we'll have more information to say about that, but not at this moment. Did I get the epic knowledge question? Let me go and take a look. I don't see it. Epic knowledge question. Sorry. Should we rebalance Shirati? Well, you know, I think if we do need to make some balance adjustments related to the work that took place in Update 51, that's certainly something that could be done should the need arise. So let's just say could, maybe. It could happen. If we need to make some adjustments to Shirati, if maybe Shirati is too far ahead of the curve in some places, well, you know, just like with any kind of balance work, we would need to respond and adjust to that. I have not personally heard of people screaming, "We need to nerf Shirati!" But, you know, maybe we need to nerf Shirati. I don't know. I will, to some extent, I think we'll be keeping a close eye on people's feedback, in addition to our own game experiences here in the coming weeks, and figure out what needs to be done related to Epic Destiny balance and work. We already have, you know, a pretty good hit list to work on related to largely bugs at this point, but polish, a little bit of polish as well. And if some of that polish means a look at a couple of things that debuted maybe in a OP state or something, well, we can do that work. Pretty good timing in terms of getting this done in the hour. I like this quest, it's pretty enjoyable.
the violence of your struggle causes part of the chamber floor to collapse. A coffin lies in the corner of this dusty crypt, covered in arcane warbs. The creature in the casket asks you to free him, but you decide that there must have been a good reason for the thing
Get
being
way
found
down.
inside its coffin.
Fast legs feed the wolf,
Best to let sleeping
not a full
apparitions
backpack.
lie.
All right. There we go. Will it be harder than Hardcore Season 4? I'm going to say maybe not. Season 4 was particularly difficult, I think, in a lot of people's minds. And I don't know that for our next hardcore season we intend to make it particularly more difficult than Season 4. I think there will be a few things that will set the next season of hardcore apart, though, certainly from Season 4. And we'll have more about that as we get closer to it. All right. No nerf. Sharadi is good now. Okay. I will let people know not to nerf Sharadi. There we go. And I'll have to pick up that quest reward next time around. But I think we're done here with the show today. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, and I hope you're enjoying Update 51, A New Destiny. We're going to be having a patch next week, so we'll be having some downtime and patch notes associated with that. We have a lot happening here in the coming weeks as we get ready for Black Friday and our next game update and beyond. Next Wednesday, I think we're going to have Severlin on to do some Q&A, so perhaps wait for next Wednesday if you've got some pressing questions, and we'll see what we can do here for the weekly Wednesday Lunchtime live stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I really do appreciate it, and have a good day. Bye-bye.